here's a cool way of thinking about dimension. Let's consider a line segment. For the sake of simplicity, let's make all the measurements 1 in this video. So we'll have a unit segment. Let's go ahead and double the length of this segment. How many copies of the original segment will we then have? Well, clearly 2, or 2 to the first power is 2. That will be important in a moment. Now let's take a unit square. If we double both the length and the width of the unit square, how many copies of the unit square will we get? Well, 4, or 2 squared is 4. And if we take a unit cube and double its length, width, and height, how many copies of the unit cube will we end up with? 8, or 2 cubed is 8. Now you may have noticed that the power of 2 here corresponds to our familiar sense of dimension for each object. So a cube is 3-dimensional, a square is 2-dimensional, a line segment is 1-dimensional. But now let's try to apply this definition of dimension to a fractal, like the Sierpiński triangle. Recall that a fractal is a geometric figure that displays self-similarity, which just means that no matter how much you zoom in or out, or no matter how much you scale the figure up or down by, the overall figure will retain the same detailed structure. It'll basically look the same at all scales. Now, don't let the triangle in the name fool you. Sierpiński triangle is actually not a 2-dimensional figure like the unit square. No, no, no. To see why, let's double each side of the Sierpiński triangle and let's count how many copies we will end up with. We see that we actually get 3 copies, not 4. Which means to find the dimension of the Sierpiński triangle, we have to solve this equation. 2 to the power of d equals 3. Doing so with logarithms, we see that d equals log base 2 of 3, which is about 1.58. So that means the dimension of the Sierpiński triangle is actually not an integer. As you just saw, it's actually about 1.58, which can seem strange initially. But this notion of dimension that I'm describing to you is known as the Hausdorff dimension. You can Google that if you want to find out more information about the Hausdorff dimension. But I think this is a rather cool way of thinking about dimension because it introduces the idea that dimensions may not be an integer value. It can be this non-integer value like log base 2 of 3, like how it is for the Sierpiński triangle. In any case, I'll let y'all explore the dimensions of other fractals, like a very famous snowflake, for instance. All right, with that, I hope you're doing well. Make sure to hit that follow button for more math content. And as always, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care.